Hey folks, how you doing? Somebody asked me about my wickless coil, so I'm going to go ahead and make one. The whole purpose of it is we do DIY and we're tasting stuff all the time, and it's a bit of a pain to keep changing wicks out. I've got something like 15 mixes over there I need to try, and I'm going to try and do them tomorrow night on the live feed. So to do that I need a wickless coil. I've done this once before, just once, and I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. The coil I'm going to be making is actually is taken from Twisted Messes. It's not anything I've dreamt up. I just like the look of it to use as a wickless coil because it's got so many. Here's me cleaning the table up as usual. Because it's got so many little voids and stuff for it to wick juice up, it works really well. But I'm going to show you how I do it, and this little thing here is going to be kind of in the way, but it really needs to be here today. It needs to be right there. Yes, because I'm going to be doing stuff like this, and yep. Okay, what I'm going to be using, I think the last time I done one of these, I think I used 28 gauge. I'm going to use 30 gauge, which Twisted Messes actually does. I went over and looked at his channel earlier and made sure that I was going to be doing it right. It was a little different than what I thought. I thought I had to twist this one way and then turn them both the same way around and then twist them together with the drill in the opposite direction. That is kind of the case, but not exactly. So it's the first time I think you guys have seen. Well, now you've seen me make a coil. I think I made one for the Cloud Beast, I believe. Okay, so what we're doing here, we're just going to take the two ends. Look, you see how scruffy this is? It ain't no big deal. Just going to take those two ends and we're just going to twist them together. Give them a good twist, and then I like to bend them over. Bend them over and do them again. Do them hard. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and stick them in the drill bit. You know what, if I get this down here, I might be able to see this a little better. So just hold him there, stick him back into the drill bit. Make sure he comes right out of the middle of the drill. So always you'll get it kind of oscillating. That's a nice word, oscillate. Oh, and I'm drinking tea tonight. It's getting cold. We've got some snow coming in. I really hope it doesn't knock the power out when we get bad weather here in North Carolina. We're getting snow. It looks like we're going to have some sleet. If it turns into freezing rain, stuff like that, it might be where I can't do the live feed tomorrow night if I've got no electricity. If that happens, I'll still have my phone, and I will announce it. I'll announce it on Facebook, and I will put a video up on YouTube, just a short, like 2-minute video of me talking in front of my phone. I'll make sure that you all know it's not going to happen. Right now it's on, and it's going to stay on. The only thing that would stop me from doing it is power. But I thought I'd bring that up. That's why I'm drinking tea, because it's got that cold feeling outside tonight. Okay, so here we are. All we done was just, we cut off, let's see, what did we cut off there? About 4 feet of 30 gauge canthal. And then what I'd like to do then, I've got all these precision screwdrivers. So I've got a bunch more over there. This is my little my little coil making box. It's got everything I need in there. And then when you get to this end, just put it in front of the camera. All you need to do, don't need to tie it or anything else, just pull it over the screwdriver like that. And then you come out and you put it nice and tight. Don't go crazy with it, it's just 30 gauge canthal, so don't go really, just put it so it's taut. So it's not loose like that. Once you get the looseness out of it, and then put a little bit more pressure on it. Okay, and then we'll just start turning him nice and slow. And then you just keep on going. And the thing to watch with this, I don't know, I didn't watch much of Twisted Messes again the other day, yesterday when I looked at it. So I don't want you to think I'm copying everything he says. He might say this, but you've got to be careful that you don't overdo this, because you can even snap the wire, but it'll start kinking on itself. It's hard to know when to stop, but you want this thing nice and tight, but it'll start drawing your hand in. Just you keep a bit of pressure on it, and your hand will start moving towards, this is the hand over on this side, my left hand, or your right as you're looking at it. It will start to move towards the drill. It will pull it in. Starting to come in a little bit. Come on, there we go. Now I can feel it pulling it in. This is where we got to be careful. Just, oh, look at that. That's dead straight, rock solid. Okay, so he's still good. We can still go some. Okay, now we're getting to a point where I'm really starting to pull it in. Now if it does break, I want it to break right here. Normally it does. It'll break at the drill bit. There we go. See, I called it, didn't I? That is as far as she's going to go. And the good thing is there's no kinks in it. It's dead straight. That's exactly how we want it. Sometimes you'll get them kink up, especially with some thicker wire that doesn't break so easy. So get the little ends out of here. So obviously you don't want them to be a surprise next time you come. That needs to be disposed of properly. There's nothing worse. Do you know what? Let me put it right out in the open here where it can't get knocked off the table. There's nothing worse than stepping on a piece of kanthal and having it go in your foot. I've had 26 gauge kanthal, I think it was, or 24, go right in my foot, and it was right over by my computer desk where I used to make all my coils. I don't do much coil making anymore. I tend to find that a coil in one of the tanks, because I take the vape tanks most of the time, they last me ages. I did have, looking right at them. All right, so you'll have this on the other end where I pulled the screwdriver out. So just go ahead and snip it off. Again, you want to grab hold of it because it will ping across the room and you'll end up with it in your foot. Alright, and take both ends, put them gently together, like so. Give this just a little bit of pressure, and you can see where you've got to clip it. Well, do you know what? I could probably not clip it. You know what? I just thought about that. What we can do is bend him over and do her again. Now then, when you bend it over like this, yeah, you are better to do it like this. Just turn her around, bend her around like this, and we're gonna, well, it's a little bit harder this time. Probably could do with 2 sets of pliers. I do have another set there, but I think I can do this by hand. Yep. It's just so I can get it stuck in the chuck. Stuck in the chuck. Right, and we're going the other way. We've got to remember that. So let's tighten it up. Needs to be right out the middle of the chuck. And it is a short piece. We're only making 1 coil. Just a single coil today. Actually, does this stupid thing do a single coil? It should do. When I say stupid thing, it's the Dark Horse. I don't like the Dark Horse RDA. It's got as much flavour as a block of wood, and it's annoying to build on. There's not much space on the deck for coils, although they've got these massive post holes, like you could build a big cloud chasing beast on it, but you can't. Okay, so that's for a single coil, and that one right there. Yeah, it's a great idea with all the different bits you can put on here. It's got different drip tips you can screw in there and different airflow. Great idea. Terrible deck. Alright folks, sorry about that. The camera battery went. I should have known that. I'd done a video earlier, probably about 30 minutes long, and I noticed it was going down. The video's not going to go up. I don't know, just wasn't the right one, I don't think. There was a lot of mistakes in it. A lot. I got in a right pickle. You know, and normally I always put that shit up, but not this one. It was, yeah. I've actually got some, I had some vape mail today. See, even the post on this thing turn. But I had some vape mail today, and some of it was from David, one of the viewers. Sent me some flavouring and some bottles and a couple of his mixes. Really, thank you very much, David. Much appreciated. Then I got some bottles from Amazon. These ones here, it's got my yellow cake in it, and then I've got red touch strawberry, and it's all ready for dripping. And then I've got my VG. The only thing is with the VG is getting it out of here. It's a nightmare. I think I'm gonna have to put it in a hot water bath, or look for one with a bigger spout on it, or even just cut this one down. But it's hard, but it really needs to be thin to go inside the bottles. But anyway, we'll overcome that. Let's go back to the coil. Right. Mic okay? Yeah, I bet that sounded good, didn't it? I'm gonna piss your viewers off. Back to the serious stuff. Okay, exactly the same thing. Screwdriver, right there. There's the in the chuck. Right, remember, turn it the other way. I'm going to start nice and slow. What's going to happen here is these are going to turn the other way now, and what they're going to do, they're going to open each other up, and you'll end up with like a chain link. Is what it'll look like. Nice and slow. It's getting there. Don't want to go too mad with this. I keep stopping and make sure you can feel there's a lot of tension on this. I think that's it. You've got to watch how far you go with this one, because once it gets there, I can see there's a couple of little imperfections, a couple of little kinks where I've gone a little bit too far. Look, you can see, look, it wants to bend on itself. So go ahead and grab it over here with a hand still on it. Cut that off, let your screwdriver fall down. Alright, and then it's trying to go. Just flatten him out, and then there we go. Alright, so this is why we probably could get 2 coils out of this. I'm only doing one though, when you're doing a wickless coil just for flavour taste, and that's all you need, it's just one. Okay, we're going to snip this end off that was inside the drill, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to save a little bit of this, and I'm going to take a photo of it with my macro lens, and I'm going to put the photo right here right now. Okay, I'm going to wait for a little bit, but you can see where it's opened them up, and it kind of looks like a chain link. Now if you watch Twisted Messes, what do now is you'll actually put it back in the drill. Actually, why don't we go do it? Let's do this thing properly. And you even it out with, I do have one here especially for this, and you get it all nice and smoothed out with a smooth set of pliers. He says I should have them. They haven't been out for a long time, so they're probably right on the bottom, or they're not here at all. I must have took them out and done something with them. That's typical of me. I probably jumped in wanting something real quick. Got all my other ones right here for doing stuff. Oh well. But basically what he does is he'll have a pair of smooth pliers, and he'll be turning it, and he'll go and smooth it out and keep on going. You do it 10 to 15 times, and it does even everything out. Do you know what these have got? Really need to be smooth though. I can try very loose with these. It needs to be nice and slow, with just a little bit of pressure. Oh, nice and slow, Chris. A little bit of pressure on the wrench, and then every time you do a little bit more pressure. This isn't the right wrench for it, but remember, I'm doing a wickless coil. I want it to be as imperfect as possible. I want loads of voids in it. I want it to suck juice up. I'm not looking for something that's pretty. You can see where it's starting to do it. I'm not going to go through the whole process. I'm sure somebody will come on and tell me I've done it wrong or something. I don't know. This is how I'm doing it though, and this is how it works. I'm touchy tonight. Okay. Now then, the Dark Horse can be a pain in the ass. It's the best deck for doing this because it's got a shallow juice well. You can see that there's not much there. The post is not in a great place. I'd love it to be a velocity deck, but the velocity is too deep, so I can't see. I've got to get this coil right down in there. But I've got to do it with both legs coming out of one out of here and one out of here. They're going to be very close together, and I need to shift the whole coil over and get him down. So he's a bit of a pain in the butt, and I've got to make sure that coil isn't too wide. So I'm going to do him smaller. Yeah, let's do him a lot smaller. Okay, so just going to turn the coils real easy. Just take your time with this. With something like this, where it's very taut now, you just want to take your time and get it wrapped nice and tight first time. Don't keep your thumb and finger on it all the time. Let the wire relax, because what will happen otherwise, you will start twisting it again, and then as you get your coil done, it will unwrap and you'll get spaces between them. So make sure that you take your grip off of it as you're going round. Okay, that should be good. Like, see the spring in it. There, just let him spring out. I want both the legs in the same place. So I'm doing that, just there we go. Okay, I'm going to cut one leg longer than the other, which if you guys do your own coils, you know why that is. It's simple reason is because if you try and get the same length of wire through both holes at the same time, it's a pain in the ass. With this way, you can put one wire in and then the other wire in. Yeah, trying to get them both at the same time is a real pain. So this is what we got so far. And I'm just going to put my thumb on there and hold it. And I'm going to go and tighten these post screws down. Nice and tight. There we go. Alright, and this is what I'm left with. Now, the fun part of getting him. We're going to twist him up like that, really get an angle on him. We're just going to keep on manipulating him. And I want one end down in the juice well and the other end sticking up a little bit. You can even kind of unwind it a little if you need to. Right, so what he's doing now, he's springing back to where he wants to go every time. So now it's time to put some heat on him and try and get him to form and stay. Just going to snip these ends off again. Make sure you've got your finger on the end of those little tiny bits. It's probably good to put a longer lead through, that way you've got something to hold on to and snip. I wanted to make sure I saved a decent size of that wire so I could show the close-up of it. Okay, we're going to check the ohms. Okay, 8.2. Which, yeah, that's probably about right. I've got quite a few turns on there. I think it was 6 or 7. I can't really count them. It's 7. So yeah, that'd be about right. And if I'd done a dual coil there, that would bring it down to, you know, 0.4. Okay, so I'm going to now put it to the pulsing side. I've got a good battery in there, it's reading 4 volts. And just gently, and we are just pulsing, we're not holding this button down very long. And if you look at it, you see the little hot spots in there, look, where the current's jumping across. I'm not too worried about that right now, because I've still got a bunch of manipulating to do with this coil. But now he's stiffened up a little bit. You know what, let me turn that switch off just in case I hit the button. Then we'll short everything out. Alright, let's get some ceramic tweezers. Alright, we actually did find those. I'm going to put this inside there and push him down and then get some heat to him. You don't have to worry about the ceramic tweezers because they don't conduct electricity. But I've got to make sure it doesn't touch the bottom of the bed. Alright, now let's add some heat to it and push him straight down. I say he's not the best post to do this on, but he has got a very good deck for doing it. See now, right now, do you know what? I think I'm there. I am. It should be difficult to even slide a piece of paper under it. Oh, it's a hot coil, Chris. Yeah, a piece of paper only just goes under the coil. Now, please don't use this with an unregulated mod. An unregulated mod is one where you just stick a battery in a tube and it's got no circuitry in there, or you've got one of these mod boxes with no circuitry in there. You need something with, if you've got a digital display on it, normally you are fine to go. It's normally regulated, but make sure you use something like that, so if this thing does short out, you're protected, because it is very close to the deck, so you use this at your own risk, but the closer you get to the deck, the better. Turn him off. Actually, well, I could have tested the ohms because they would have changed through heating it and manipulating it. You notice I didn't squeeze them together. It looks like they're already there. I'm not too worried about not too worried about dropping it. Oh dear. I'll tell you what, it's not been my night. Yeah, we're still good. He's just off. Okay, I'm going to stick him on here. 0.8 ohms. I'm going to start off something very low, like 30 watts. It's like set at 70 right now. Okay, 34. Okay, now I'm going to strum him out and see the hot spots. Right, just let him go. There we go, look. There. Okay, it's a good coil. Yep, I'm happy with that. He's reading, oh wow, he's reading 9 ohms now. So he's almost an ohm. And I think what we've got him on there is probably okay. 30 watts is fine. 34 watts is what I got it on. I think I'll leave it right there. Now then, here comes the fun part. Now you've got that, no need for cotton. This better work. I've had a bad night. I've used them before. They're not as good as cotton. They're not got the same great flavour, and obviously you've only got about 2 to 3 hits off of them. Don't go soaking the weld too much. You're really soaking the coil, getting a couple of hits off of it, and it's really easy then to dry up. So that's, I don't believe it, the first time ever, oh yeah, I got some here. I was going to say, the first time ever I've not got any juice made up on this table. It's all in the box steeping. Actually, I got some in this box, but all right. This is the Capella Sweet Strawberry. Oh, I'm sorry. It should have been done right in front. Look, if I put a drop on there, look at it disappear. There we go. He just went down and he sunk a little bit into the bed. So what I'm doing is putting, there's 3 drops, 4 drops. Give him a quick pulse. Alright, that was 5 drops. That's plenty. It's probably a little bit more than we want. I imagine 4 would be just fine. Okay, so we're going to put him that way round. We're shooting off a single coil. You got to remember the airflow is going to go under the coil because it would go under it on one side of it, you know, or right on it anyway. And you get a taste test with no wick. I said you're only going to get 2 or 3 hits. Something's giving up the ghost there. Do you know what? Something's not firing, I don't think. It's telling me everything's fine. Oh yeah, it's got no juice left in it. That's what it is. It's me sucking on nothing. So I didn't even get a dry hit because there's no cotton in there. I never thought of that myself, actually. Probably should have remembered it from last time, but no dry hit because you're not burning any wick. 3, 4. There's a little bit in the juice well around there. Probably want to keep a bit of cotton with you or something just to clean it out, or Q-tip or just something just to soak it up a little bit. There, and you get the taste. You don't get any cotton taste or anything either, you just get the juice taste. There we go. All of that's out already. So 3 or 4 drops on 2 hits. There you go, it disappeared. That tasted a little bit on the burnt side then. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit of cotton. Just make sure that there's no residual sat on the one side. Use a Q-tip or whatever you want. I mean, I've already been bashed on here once for using a bit of cotton like this. Just get it clean. However you want to do it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is going to get that coil nice and red again, make sure I burn off any juice that might be around it. You can see there's nothing sizzling. Okay, and let him there cool. Let's get another flavour juice. Remember I just had strawberry in there. Let me get one out of my box of tricks here. Oh, let me stop. Let me redo the cameras real quick. Alright folks, we're back. And I have got 4 juices here. We'll see what date they were made. Oh wow, this one was on the 12th of November. I think that's steeped enough. 12th of November. 12th of November. And the 11th of December. So this, they're all different. Apple pie and custard, blueberry waffles, custard cake batter, which is kind of the same, and then mint custard chocolate cake like we used to get at school. I think we did try that one once. Let's go ahead and start with that. I mean, that's a flavour that you don't really want mixing with all that other stuff. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some drops on it. Just keep an eye on it. You don't want too much in the well. I mean, you could soak the well and it just suck it up. If we lean it this way a little bit, let's put an extra one on there. You can see, look, we got some in the well. Just keep it tilted to that side so it doesn't go round and get the other side, and then you just got some wasted juice. You have to clean it up. Wow, the mint's gone a little bit out of it, but the chocolate is there. It's okay. It was better before it steeped, actually. I've lost the custard a bit, but the chocolate is there. Now it's steeped. The chocolate's come out, and it's overpowered everything else. Don't really get the mint in it. I think we used a mint chocolate, so it wouldn't have been that strong a mint. Okay, I felt that was just about the end of it. Yeah, there's a little bit left in there. What we're going to do is heat the coil up. It should just vaporize what's around it. Hear it sizzling a little bit. Okay. You wouldn't be able to get a Q-tip down in by the coil here. Go careful because the coil's still hot. Don't suggest doing this. Okay, this is just to show you folks that you can switch from one flavour to the other without getting it contaminated. What should we go for next? Custard cake batter. Well, we just done a cake, didn't we? So let's do, well, they're all kind of cakes. Apple pie and custard. And we've got some fruit. I'm sure I got something in there. But, well, I've got tons of them steeping. Okay, so here we go again. Here's our third flavour going in now. What we do with the last flavour, I'll fill the juice well up a little bit and we'll get some more hits off of it. Obviously I'm just doing this for you on camera, just putting a few drops on there, getting a hit, and then which you could do with any coil really, but this one will suck out of the juice well as well. Oh wow, that is waffle. I don't know what happened to the blueberry. Just goes to show after steeping what happens. Because when I remember that from before, and I remember I didn't want the blueberry going crazy because it kind of does, but it hasn't here. The waffles really come out and it needs more blueberry. There we go, that's that one vaped out. Just make sure, you see there's little residual bits around the O-rings. Get a little bit out of there. And we're ready to go again. See, there we go, pulse him up. Just burn any residual stuff that's might be there. Okay, let him cool down. Then we can go straight back on with another flavour. Oh, I forgot my tea, didn't I? Pour a cup of tea's right there. Let's see what else we got in here. Alright, that's my all-day vape. Well, do you know what? That one I'll be very sensitive to. And then we got Simon Rancher in here. Simon's Jolly Rancher. Actually, that's a real good fruit one. So we're going from now cake to fruit. That smells great. Okay. Sour Jolly Rancher. Apple. I know I must have put sour in it. I can just feel that little bite. It's really good. There is no taste of anything else except that juice. So you can just keep on testing without having to pull a wick out. Now a wick will give it a slightly different flavour, obviously. It's what we're using all the time, right? And this is not something you want to go around with all day. Just for the simple fact that your juice is going to leak because there's nothing holding it in there. The coil is very close to the bottom of the deck. I wouldn't trust it to be in my pocket all day or anything like that. I just wouldn't want to. See, look, we've got some residual left in there. Look. Don't want the smoke alarm to get that, because that will smell, or that will cause it to go off. Okay, now we're going to put my all-day vape in there, and we're going to put a little bit more in there this time, and we'll see how the coil sucks it all up. Okay, there we go. So let's get the other side of the posts, because you see there's a little dampness on the back of them where it's gone between the posts. Okay, so you can see, look, we're all clean again. I mean, it's that quick. Alright, now all day vape time. What I'm going to do there, I'm just going to put some, I won't put it on the coil, I'll just put it in the juice well. We'll see if the coil's got what it takes to suck that up. What you could do there, you can go one step further than that and put that together and twist it together on itself again. You're just trying to make a lot of different voids in there. Clapton coils work just fine, but they don't tend to stay, they're not as stiff as this and don't tend to stay together, depending on which one you make. I wouldn't waste a nice alien coil or anything like that on it though, alien Clapton. After all that work, this one's real easy twisting that up. Definitely tastes different than cotton. Really tastes the custard. The custard's really coming out. I think that's what happened with the other one. The chocolate come out. The other one, the waffles come out. It kind of brings the thick flavours out. You see, like I keep going with this one. I filled the well up, but I didn't put any on the coil. The coil's just sucking it out of the well. See, I'm getting nice full vapor. It tastes good. It does taste different. I will give you that. It's not going to be exactly like it is with cotton in there, but it gives you a good idea of what the juice tastes like. But I've been vaping that all day, and now I vaped it. It tastes a little different out of here. I will be completely honest with you. Well, I say completely different. It's not that different. It's probably because I just vaped them. Alright, it's getting a little low now, but look, I've kept on vaping that. No wick. There we go, look, sucked it all up. So all we got is just a coil there with all those little holes in that, which you'll see when I show you the close-up of this. You've got all those little holes, and it's going in there and sucking. What's the word? There is a scientific word for what it does, but I don't remember. But it's yeah, it's sucking up through those little holes there, and the more stuff you've got like that, the more ridges and holes and things for the juice to get in, the better it's going to absorb it. Okay, well, I think we're done, folks. I hope this helps. Well, not I hope, I know it will help. I don't know why I haven't done it. Last time I done it was like last year. I don't know why I haven't done it since we've been mixing. It's a great way of testing. I just tested 3 or 4 right then and got the actual taste of the juice and not the one before it. So yeah, it works well. I'm going to keep this on here, ready for tomorrow night. Just give him a quick. I'll probably wash him out in the sink. Actually, yeah, I will. And he's ready. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow night. Fingers crossed that the power doesn't go. Don't know why I'm packing this up now. I'm not OCD and I'm not that tidy, but I wish I knew where my other set of pliers went. My smooth nose ones, and they're slightly curved as well. I do remember using them for something. I know what I used them for. I think I know where they are. Okay, so anyway, thanks for watching. I said that will help a lot, and I think I ought to do a few more different coil building tutorials for people that have not built their own coils or haven't done it much. It's the same as making juice. It isn't, but juice, you don't have to be scared of what you put in there. If you put something in there, you get a nasty taste in your mouth if it ain't right. With coils, everything can really go tits up and you can get hurt. So you need to know the do's and don'ts, and why it does what it does. So I think a tutorial on, you know, basic what's an RDA, you know, like what I just used there, how to build a coil, how to put it in there, how to wick it, you know, and all that stuff, what ohms are, what volts are, and, you know, talk through the whole current thing. And yeah, I'm not much of a wizard in that department, but I know what they all are, and I know what they all do. But anyway, okay, well, that's what's going to come at some time. So we'll do a beginner's video on that. Right, well, thanks for coming back and watching me, folks, and I will see you next tomorrow night. And I will actually see you guys will be typing to me, and you'll see me tomorrow night. So yeah, have a great day, have a great Saturday, and have an even better Saturday at 5 o'clock when you come see me. Thank you.